This is an add-on to my Be Pleasant video. In that video, I talked about why it's important to be pleasant, but I wanted to share some practical advice that was given to me on how to be pleasant, especially when dealing with unexpected situations and difficult people, which, by the way, can include our children. The advice came from one of my brothers who's a counselor. I had reached out to him because I knew I was going to be interacting with someone that I think is unpleasant, and I wanted our interaction to be better than it had in the past. His response was pretty simple. He said, be respectful and set boundaries. At the heart of his advice was, and these are his words, not mine, we have to choose to be an agent to act and not an object to be acted upon. Or we have to take control of our own actions instead of reacting to people and situations. If we decide no matter what we are going to be pleasant and respectful, we have to have boundaries. If we don't, it's likely we're going to become frustrated, and then it's going to be really hard to be pleasant or respectful. We have a family friend who once shared a boundary that he and his wife set for his father-in-law in order to maintain a respectful and pleasant relationship. He said his father-in-law was great for the first 2 days of a visit, but inevitably on the third day he would snap. Seeing this pattern, they decided they would make sure that none of their visits ever exceeded 2 days. They, of course, didn't tell him about this boundary, and they didn't resent him for it either. They saw it more as a way to show understanding and respect. And by being proactive, they were able to be pleasant and enjoy the visits while also maintaining a good relationship with him. We can't always plan ahead, though, but we can still choose to be respectful and set boundaries while being pleasant. My mom is actually really great at this. One time when I was probably around 11, one of my brothers and I had friends over, and if this is not foreshadowing, my mom had to leave for a minute. While she was gone, a water fight broke out between the boys and the girls in the front yard. Somewhere in the middle of it, my friends and I thought it would be a great idea to go lock ourselves in the bathroom where the boys couldn't get to us. Or at least we thought they couldn't get to us. We were not in there very long before we heard the bathroom window slide open, and we were soaked with a garden hose through the window. We bailed, and the water fight continued, but now it included our laundry room, kitchen, and our bathroom. We were having a great time until we all heard my mom loudly ask what was going on. Now, if you want to know how understanding and chill my mom is, at first I was surprised that she was mad until I looked around and I could see how much standing water was in the room. My mom firmly and kindly asked all of our friends to leave, which they gladly did, and then she sat me and my brother down and we discussed her expectations of how the house would run when she wasn't around. My brother and I spent the rest of the day cleaning up our mess and doing other jobs. And because she handled the situation so well, we weren't distracted by her behavior. We only could focus on our behavior. And I remember as we were cleaning up, wondering what in the heck we were thinking to make such a mess. She also was pretty firm on her boundaries. We knew if anything like that happened again, there would be some pretty severe consequences. Being pleasant isn't just about dealing with difficult people and situations. It's also about choosing respect and then setting boundaries so we keep control of our actions. If we don't have boundaries, being pleasant is a lot harder and losing control is a lot easier. So the next time you have to deal with a difficult situation, ask yourself, 1, how can I be respectful in this moment? And 2, what boundaries do I need to set in order to keep my peace? If we can master these 2 skills, it will help us to be pleasant no matter who or what we're dealing with. Now, I understand there are other things that can help us to be pleasant, so if you have other strategies, please share. But remember, be pleasant.